What's going on, guys? We're back with another one. We're continuing from last video. I'm currently on my way to try to go pick up this next load. We're running way behind. They finally got me out at like 12 o'clock. It's currently 12:27 and we got 46 minutes to go. We'll make it there at 1:13, so we're running like way behind. I'm hoping they'll go ahead and still load it. I've already given an ETA, so fingers crossed that we get loaded so we can get this load on to Indiana. If not, then I'll have to just deadhead up to freaking Chicago, because I'm not probably going to be able to find anything to get me up that way to get my next load. But I mean, if so, it is what it is. But just one of those days, I guess. But catch you guys once we get over there, because I kind of need to focus on what I'm doing, because I'm kind of driving a little quick and I don't feel like speeding tickets right about now. So catch you guys once we make it over there. Alright, y'all, well, we made it. We're pretty much the only truck here besides this Estes truck over there on the other side. We're way behind. Got here. The warehouse hours for this place is like 7 to 1 apparently, but I got here at 1:10. They immediately gave me a door. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I could be here all night. But I mean, I used to deliver all the time. I used to make runs up here to Lockbourne, Ohio, right across the street over here, that gray building right there. I used to deliver all the time, which is AME wire. I used to pick up in LaSalle, Illinois, come all the way down here that night and stay at their dock. I could literally back into their dock. They cut the seal in the morning, then I re-back back in. They'd unload me first thing in the morning. I used to do them runs every week, like multiple times a week, but they stopped paying, so I stopped doing them. But like I said, we're in the dock. Truck's looking beautiful, still looking good besides the rain. But yeah, other than that, first load went very well. Everything was clean and clear, came off the truck. So now when I get in the truck, I'm going to get my invoice ready so I can send off this paperwork so I can go ahead and get paid for this stuff. So that's the plan, and then sit here and wait to get loaded, depending on how long it's going to take. Hopefully it don't take too long, but if it does, and I understand, it is what it is, but at least we got here. So that is the best, I guess, to say. At least we got here. So that's the plan, but I'll catch you guys once we get loaded. All right, well, these are my numbers for the week. As long as all the loads work out, nothing gets canceled. So these are all my loads. These are all the loads, totaling up to $32.94.40 minus the $219 worth of fuel that I got, which I should be able to make it all the way up to Iowa and back with the fuel that I have, which that'll put me at $3,074.46 for the week, and already starting next week with $525, because what I did, that load that I'm picking up Friday and delivering Monday, I just split it in half. So half of it for this week, half of it for next week. So I'm already starting the next week with $525. So on top of that, we're loaded now. We only got 16,000 pounds. So can't beat that. Another light load, less fuel used, more money in my pocket. So we got to go get sealed up, and we can hit the road. all sealed up, ready to roll. I gotta finish my tracking. Marcus departed. Alright. Well, like I said, with the totals, about $3,000 this week in profit, which ain't bad at all. I'm doing a lot better, especially with the truck doing a lot better on fuel now that everything's done. We're light now, so we should do every bit of high 6s to low 7s all the way over to Indiana. So, you know, I got that light load. I believe the load that I'm picking up in Chicago and taking down to Peoria is light. The one that I'm taking up to Iowa is on the heavier side, and then the one that I'm bringing back is light. So, light loads that pay good, where it's at right about now. If you can find them, that's where you need to be at. But $3,000 for the week, it's not the best. You know, I like to make $1,000 a day if I can. That's where I like to be at, bare minimum. But I'm also looking at, you know, my first week out here, I can't use everybody's load board like I'm used to using nowadays. Like when I was running with TDR, I was still, you know, running off the load board, but I was seeing multiple load boards that they could use that I can't use because I don't have enough authority time. I got 40, I don't know how many days I got on my freaking authority now, but I still got to, at the end of this month, I'll get 2 more load boards I can look at from the people that I want to look at. So that'll add to, you know, finding better loads. So that'll make a total of 3 load boards I can look at, and then after a while I'll get more. But there's only certain people that I want to work with. I'm working with the same brokers that TDR work with that know me, so that's what I am, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do, at least, for the most part. So I'm getting it all figured out little by little, and you know, $3,000 for my first week, it's not bad if you ask me. I mean, a lot of people need to make more money than that. I really don't, because I mean, with my expenses, you know, I'm not too worried about too much. It's like, yeah, I got a truck note, and then I'm renting trailers from TDR, which I just pay them a base rate, that whatever trailer I get is what I get. But but with my expenses for a month, $3,000 a week, which would be what, $12,000 a month, it's on the lower end of what I would like to make, but I can survive off of that. So it ain't too bad. Like I said, next week I'll hopefully be a little bit of a better week than this week, and that's what we're kind of trying to focus on, is doing better than the last week if we can. But even though that always might not be the case, you know, it is what it is. But last week, now, all in total, I didn't give you guys a total for last week. Last week I made $6,000. So last week, this week, total, which I do everything by 2 weeks, bi-weekly. So I've made a total for 2 weeks. It'll be around eight something thousand dollars. So, and I didn't do much in fuel at all. So I'm really not too worried about that. So I'll still probably profit somewhere around $5,000 to $6,000. So that's five to 6 grand that can go in my bank account after I take I'll probably take $1,500 for myself, and put the rest up in my business bank account for rainy days, and you know, keep on moving. But we're doing pretty good, you know. And the way I'm looking at things is this same week, so let's say I got these same loads that I got, and it's the same week that I got now, but I was running under TDR. Well, all the money that I just made, I would have to take 8% out of every single load. So since I'm booking everything for myself besides seed, I do have to take 8% out of all those, but everything else that I'm booking myself. So in return, I'm keeping that 8% in my pocket and getting the full advantage of the load and not losing any money. So we're doing good. Doing better than what I thought we would do for my first week, especially since this week kind of started off a little shaky. That load that I found coming over this way that we delivered last video, it was a hard load to find, and then I had to fight for the price that I got, and you know, but hopefully we can end off this week pretty good. Hopefully everything lines up the way it's supposed to line up, and I just need a couple more weeks of decent weeks, and then the seed season will be kicking in, and then I'll be making my big money that I make for the year. And my plan is to save pretty much as that money as I can, because as you've seen with the 4 days that I did running seed, I made $6,000 in 4 days. So I mean, not every single seed week is going to be like that, but most of the time it's no less than about $1,500 a day in your home every single day. So unless I choose to do overnight seed, which I've done a couple of those videos of those way back a couple months ago or so. So at least we're doing seed once the season kicks in, and especially if I get a chance to run it under my own authority, I'll make quite a bit of money this seed season, and I'll be able to save a lot of money this seed season, and you know, hopefully be set up for the next go around, I guess. Setra. We'll sit for about, I don't know, 4 hours or so before we go unload. So I'm gonna walk inside, get some food, and relax for a little while until we go deliver tonight. after about an hour of sitting, we're finally in the door. They only got one door for this stuff. I guess one of their doors is down or whatever the situation is. But as soon as I backed in the door, they locked me in. So I don't expect to be here for too much longer. I'm going to try to go back to the Petro and bed down over there where I was at. So that's the plan. I can make myself a parking spot over there somewhere. I'm pretty sure I can. So with that being said, I'm going to wait to get unloaded, which shouldn't take too long. And I'll catch you guys in the morning. Way off. Oh well, I'll just pull in here to turn around and then actually get in the freaking door. Now we're straight. Let's go side these tandems. right, well, we're here in Chicago, pretty much. It's Allsup, Illinois, but pretty much Chicago. In the door now, waiting to get loaded, which I'm the only truck here, so I don't see why it would take too long to get loaded. But there she is, still looking decent. She's dirty though. The rain really put a number on this truck. Wheels are filthy, as you can see from here. But she'll get cleaned up soon enough. There you go, they just dropped the dock plate in, so should be getting loaded here soon, so we can head on home and sleep in my own bed. Well, I mean, I guess this is still my own bed, but sleep at home tonight and wake up tomorrow, go deliver this in Peoria, which is only 30 minutes away from my house. So get this delivered in the morning, then run back up close to here and pick up a load and shoot straight over to Wisconsin. And we pick up in Wisconsin and we bring it on back home, and then we deliver that Monday morning. So pretty good run so far. So yet to look in Indiana for because I deliver Monday morning in Indiana, so I've yet to look over there to see what's going on over that way. I kind of want to find something coming back to Illinois, but if I can't, then I'll probably shoot over to Ohio, because they normally have loads picking up in Indiana going over to Ohio. So I'll probably shoot over to Ohio for Tuesday, deliver there on Tuesday, pick up something Wednesday in Ohio to get me back close to Illinois or in Illinois for Thursday, so I can take off Friday, because I need to be back in Illinois Thursday. So I'm gonna see what I can put together, but we're gonna wait to get loaded and we can get on out of here and head on home. All right, we're loaded. 43,000 pounds, so simple enough. Not too bad at all, especially with this just going to Peoria, so I don't really care too much about the weight. So I'm gonna get out of this dock, get closed up, strapped up, and let's go home. All right, well, we're almost back to the shop now. Took a different way to
turn right onto State Route 251.
I don't know why this is even still on. I took a different way since the interstate was backed up, so that's why we're coming from the back roads instead of off the off the interstate. Jesus. Even though we still kind of would have came off the back roads, because I was on 55 instead of 39, which this is 39 over here. I was on 55, which is over there, so I would have had to come across anyways. But I guess the perks of knowing the area, when there's backups, you can reroute yourself pretty easily. It's just once it gets to January through April, that's when I can't use some of these roads that I've been using, because the weight laws, the seasonal weight limits kick in. But I still sometimes have to use them regardless, because some of the seed that I deliver from time to time is on those roads, so they can't really do too much to me, because I'm delivering on those roads to those farmers. So I've gotten stopped once by a county cop on one, and I was literally delivering at the house right in front of me, and I was like, well, I got a delivery there, so I mean, you can't really, you know, this is where I'm scheduled to be, unless you're gonna have that farmer come get it off the busy highway. I don't know what you want. So, which, you know, once he understood what I was doing, he didn't really care. As long as you got a reason to be on those roads that's valid, that's not just because you're, you know, just driving on them. If you got delivery down that road, I mean, it is what it is. So Would say home sweet home, but still not home yet. So I am going to pull my truck up to the shop because I need to put DEF in it. So instead of parking out here, I'm gonna pull up to the shop so I can put DEF in the truck, and then I'll back up and park. Gotta squeeze around the Peterbilt, the good old Peter car, the truck I grew up in for the most part. All right, now we just gotta get our door open and move up a little bit more, I guess. All right. And I guess while we're over here and my dad's not driving his truck today, I'll give you a little insight on the truck that I pretty much grew up in most of my childhood life. He had another truck before this, which was a Kenworth, which is why there's a long story why I have a blue Kenworth. His first truck was a blue T something. I can't remember what it was, but it was blue. And it was a Kenworth. That's why I got a blue Kenworth, because it's kind of a pay homage to that truck, because that was the first truck that I ever, you know, rode in and everything else. But this truck, he got this truck when I was in 2nd grade, and he's had it ever since. It's been through, I think it's had one rebuild on it so far. I think it has like almost 2 million miles on it now. It's a C13 Caterpillar Acert truck. Got lights all over it, everywhere. Center panel. All right, I had to shut that off because that was getting annoying. But center panel lights, all his lights are green. Besides these lights, he has a lot of green underglow under the truck. This truck has some paint work done. It needs some paint work, but it's an old truck. It's an 05. This is the truck I actually learned how to work on trucks with. It's kind of dirty right now, but me and him did the wood floor in this this truck, which it needs to be redone. We're planning on redoing the floor in this truck. You know, it's old school, you know, very old school. Legacy seats, me and him did this ourselves. Like that, we did this whole interior ourselves in this truck. It needs to be redone because the AC had a leak and it screwed the wood up back there. So we're gonna redo the floor in this truck and actually redo this whole truck completely at some point. New paint and all, new lights, drop panels, may stretch it out. We haven't really decided yet, but we're planning on doing a lot to this truck here. Hopefully in the near future, depending on how things go. But yeah, this is the truck I learned how to drive in. This is the truck I learned how to work on trucks with. This is the truck that I fell in love with trucks in. I mean, this truck was what got me to love doing this. I mean, like I said, I learned everything from this one truck right here. And, you know, my dad teaching me how to do everything. I mean, I learned everything from oil changes to changing out starters and adjusting clutches and everything from this truck. So, you know, it's one of those trucks where no matter what, this truck won't never go anywhere, because I won't let it go anywhere. Even if my dad, you know, decides he doesn't want it anymore, I'll buy it from him before I let it go anywhere, because, you know, it has a lot of sentimental value to me. Like I said, it's been through a lot. It's a lot more coming eventually. But yeah, it's a pretty cool truck. I should say 18 speed. Like I said, C13 Cat, Azert, 18 speed, 355 rears, big sleeper. I can't remember how big it is. I think it's like a 60, 70 inch, I think, sleeper. But yeah, it's a cool truck. I'll put up some pictures somewhere, because this truck at night just glows. Like, if you think my truck is bright at night, this truck is ridiculous at night. But figured I'd give you guys some little footage of this truck, since, you know, it's always around in the background, and, you know, I never really say much about it. But this is what started it all, in a sense. You know, it started it all. This is the truck that got us to where we are now. And this truck, I don't plan this truck ever leaving and going anywhere. Even if it has to sit in a garage somewhere until I get time to work on it, it will. But love this truck. Love it, love it. But with all that being said, I'm gonna finish putting DEF in the truck and get all my paperwork out and get the pickup truck ready to go. And yeah, I need to wash the pickup truck too. It is filthy. On the camera it looks clean, but it's filthy. But yeah, I need to get all my paperwork and clothes and stuff out of the truck, and so I can go home and relax for the day and start all over tomorrow. But like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out all the Instagram, Snapchat, and everything else if you want to communicate. All the Amazon links are in the bio for things that are done to the truck if you want to check that out. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.